Las opiniones vertidas en el siguiente programa son de exclusiva responsabilidad de quienes las emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento o la línea editorial de esta emisora y su institución.
Experiencias académicas, culturales y personales compartidos por estudiantes internacionales en el Tec de Monterrey.
I like that.
Welcome to the space in which students from all over the world share their exchange experiences with us. Una visión única de quienes llegan a nuestro país y la travesía de los que se van en busca de una experiencia global. Esto es Global Connection con Carolina Alcántara. Iniciamos.
A Global Connection. Mi nombre es Carolina Alcántara, soy asesora de estudiantes internacionales aquí en el Tecnológico de Monterrey, Campus Monterrey. Y el día de hoy tengo a dos invitados. En este caso vamos a hablar de Alemania. El tema de hoy es Germany. Y los invitados que tengo, bueno, uno es de Alemania y otro es estudiante Tec que se fue de intercambio a Alemania. Y pues sin más por el momento se los presento. De mi lado izquierdo, primero tengo a Diego Wilson Castillo. Bienvenido.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Y, un poquito más allá, si nos están sintonizando en línea, pueden ver a Maitreya. Es Anand Maitreya Hein. Welcome, Maitreya. Maitreya, you said, right? Maitreya. Yeah. And welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. Happy to have this experience.
I'm glad you're here. I think it's going to be a nice show, seeing your perspective. For example, Maitreya doing an exchange here in Mexico, and Diego doing the exchange abroad in Germany. So, let's start. You're listening to... les comento. El programa va a ser en inglés, pero voy a hacer traducciones durante el programa para que sigan sintonizándonos. Y bueno, están escuchando Global Connection aquí en Tech Sounds Radio.
Crónicas de un intercambio. La experiencia de vivir en México. Chronicles of an Exchange.
And we're live, and if you're hearing us online, welcome, you're seeing us also. Remember that this show is being recorded. Bueno, recuerden que este show está siendo también grabado, así que pueden sintonizarlo en línea. And Maitreya, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Like, from what university you are from? What do you study?
So I'm from the university inside Berlin in Germany. That's called HDW Berlin, or Hochschule für Technik und Wirtschaft Berlin, and I'm studying international business there. Right, and that's also the reason why I'm studying global business here, because it's the transferred bachelor program.
Like the same degree, but in Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
And what made you decide to come to study in Mexico?
So for me, I really thought about, I want to get another language in, so I first looked at countries that had another language to offer, so not like the US or UK or Canada. And then out of all the options, tech seemed the most exciting, not only because it's prestige, but also the campus life. And I've been to the US before, but didn't have a chance to visit Mexico as well. So I thought that'd be a great option.
Have you heard about Tec de Monterrey before? Like, is doing a research for studying abroad?
So inside the study program, there was a lot of talk, and I saw you also spoke to Vin about a year ago. Yeah, and when talking to him or General and other people, I heard great things. There was also another guy from my bachelor called Nate, and he had such a great time here. He was only supposed to stay for one semester and then decided to stay two. So I was like, well, this has to be a great option. Yeah.
I think I remember also Nate. Yeah, but he's like, I think 2 years ago he came here.
Yeah, it was a while ago. He was doing engineering, I believe.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think he was not a double degree student.
No, he wasn't. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Nate and Bean. Hello. Wow, that's so nice. I think always when it comes to word of mouth, it's one of the best options to actually like start seeing what the experience is going to be about.
I feel like as soon as your friends tell you something is good, or like people you know, you have to try it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like the hype starts in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And what have been your expectations so far about Mexico, and have they been fulfilled so far?
So I feel like one of my expectations was meeting a lot of new people, getting to see how many internationals are here, or how you can actually connect to the local culture. Because I feel like whenever you're visiting somewhere, you feel like a foreigner, you feel maybe a bit out of place, and seeing how you can actually like meet some people who are actually living here, that was, I guess, one of my expectations here, and at least those two have been like fully met. It's because so many people you're talking to, so many new faces, so many new names to remember. Yeah, and everyone has been so welcoming. Like, it's been a really nice experience so far.
I'm gonna translate really quickly. Lo que nos comenta Maitreya es que él viene de la universidad, you said Hochschule?
Für Technik und Wirtschaft.
¿Cómo lo traducirías, Diego?
Escuela de Berlín técnica y de manufactura. Wirtschaft is
Wirtschaft, economy.
Economy, yeah.
Economics.
De economía. Súper, gracias. Bueno, él viene de esa universidad que está en Berlín, Alemania, y lo que nos comenta de hecho es que dos amigos de él vinieron previamente a hacer aquí intercambio, y a partir de esas experiencias que escuchó, le dieron ganas de venir al intercambio, y le preguntaba también cuáles eran sus expectativas, y dice que pues conocer mucha gente, y que hasta ahorita ha sido eso, es algo que pues se ha cumplido, se ha conocido mucha gente. Dice que hasta es un poco difícil recordar tantos nombres de tanta gente que conoce, y pues es bueno mencionar también, si escucharon los programas anteriores, hemos mencionado que ahorita tenemos alrededor de 631 alumnos internacionales con nosotros aquí solamente en Campus Monterrey. Así que tenemos otros 5 campus internacionales, y solamente en este campus tenemos 631 alrededor. Entonces sí es probable que pueda conocer a muchos internacionales, inclusive los alumnos Tec llegan a tener muchas clases con ellos por lo mismo, y creo que es algo que es también una experiencia para ellos, porque no solamente conocen alumnos Tec de México, sino alumnos internacionales que vienen a tener la misma experiencia que ellos. And what do you think about the campus? What do you think about the life here?
Well, the campus is nothing like I've ever seen before in Germany. Extremely different. When I first came here and we had the tour around campus, I was like, it just kept on going. Like, oh, you have like a public swimming pool here. Oh, you have a gaming room. Oh, you have a gym that's just for tech students. Also the mental health center, like things like the DEXA scan. You can do everything on campus, and it's just for students. And of course you have to pay tuition, but there aren't any extra charges involved with doing all that. So there is so much that is being offered. Also, the campus itself is so big, and there are peacocks and deers on campus, just free roaming around. It's definitely a harsh contrast between what I've seen in Germany. Yeah.
Lo que comenta Maitreya es que es un campus que es grande, que es nada que ver con lo que está acostumbrado en Alemania, que hay muchos animales, que hay todo aquí y no tiene que pagar extra por esto. And what do you think about Monterrey as a city for living compared to Berlin?
Mm-hmm. So the infrastructure is really different. I feel like this is more of a car city. In Berlin, you can go everywhere by public transport. But here you have like beautiful mountains, a lot of more hiking. Berlin's also very flat, has no elevation. And here you can go for hikes, or we go for hikes every like Saturday or Sunday, which has been really nice going into nature. Yeah.
Yeah, I think here in Monterrey, that's the thing that a lot of people, when they come to Mexico, don't expect, that there's going to be a lot of nature. And maybe Monterrey wouldn't be the first city that you think to go when you want to go visit Mexico. Because, for example, I think Guadalajara or Oaxaca or Mexico City tend to be the cities that are usually portrayed in movies, news. But when you're in Monterrey, I think it's also nice because you get to experience Mexico in another way.
Mm-hmm.
Because also I think it's, did you expect it Monterrey, like to be like, as you are seeing it right now? Did you expect it to have like business hubs and everything?
So that's one of the things that I heard, that Monterrey is kind of like the epitome of Mexican business, and all the big conglomerates have buildings here and employ people here. And I've been to, I believe it's San Pedro, right?
Ah, yeah.
San Pedro.
Yeah. And seeing the big buildings, and that was really nice, and kind of also gave some perspective on maybe what is possible also here, right?
Exactly. I think it's a great place for networking, and also even the university. I think it's a place that you can also start like meeting people from all over Mexico, and I mean, yeah, also from all over the world. Lo que nos comenta Maitreya es que a él le ha gustado mucho el campus también porque tiene la oportunidad de conocer a mucha gente, inclusive también algo más que nada le preguntaba de la ciudad, que qué opinaba de la ciudad en comparación con Berlín, y dice que ha sido muy diferente, que pues realmente es una ciudad hecha para carros, pero también esto le ha permitido también ver otras cosas que no está acostumbrado, porque dice que Berlín tiende a ser muy plano, no hay montañas, y aquí es algo súper padre que puede hacer cada fin de semana con sus amigos, ir a hacer senderismo, es algo que ha tenido la oportunidad de hacer aquí. Y bueno, continuamos con la siguiente sección. Recuerden que pueden sintonizarnos online buscando Global Connection en YouTube, pero primero que nada busquen Tech Sounds Radio y luego ya busquen Global Connection y ahí pueden encontrarnos.
A miles de kilómetros, descubriendo un mundo de posibilidades. Thousands of kilometers.
Y bueno, estamos de vuelta. Ahora Diego va a contar su perspectiva en intercambio en Alemania. Well, we're going to speak also in English, so Maitreya can also be on sync. Because Maitreya wants to learn also Spanish. He was telling us off the show, like offline, I would say, that he wants to learn more the language. So, but he's just starting. But you have a whole year since you're doing a double degree to learn. And well, Diego, first of all, tell us a little bit more about yourself, from what part of Mexico you're from, and what do you study?
Well, I come from here, from Monterrey, but my father is from Veracruz. I'm studying right now biomedical engineering. And what I did there in Germany was like in a, business degree. So yeah, it was something what I did.
And in what university did you study in Germany?
I studied in Hochschule Landshut. That is the main university, but in Landshut. That is a town. It's near Munich, like 40 minutes in train or something like that.
In Bavaria.
In Bavaria, in Bayern.
Yeah, I would say if you see in perspective the map, you would say Berlin on the top and Bavaria on the bottom, like Munich.
Yeah. So Berlin is more north and Munich is south Germany.
Okay. Well, we have two perspectives in the show.
Yeah. Also, something that they told me about, and I saw by myself, is that northern Germany is way more different than southern Germany.
There are a lot of differences.
Yeah, like quite a lot of differences. Like maybe I thought it was not like that, because it was like a small country compared to Mexico. Because if you go to South Mexico, it's completely different from here. Yeah, and also another way to speak and everything. But also there was like quite a lot of different cultures and ways to speak and everything. They also have a dialect. Sometimes I have problem with that. So.
Sometimes me too.
Yeah, not even Germans, they understand Bayern, so yeah.
So it's only in Munich that they have that dialect, or it's like in different regions?
So there are a lot of different accents all over Germany, some more hard to understand than others. But I'd say the hardest to understand probably like near the south of Germany,
Yeah, so basically like in Munich or in the like really big cities like, how is this? Regensburg? Regensburg, Of course, Munich and also like other Nuremberg, like these big cities, there was like no problem. Everyone speak Hochdeutsch, that is like the main German.
Mm-hmm.
So you call Hochdeutsch the main German?
Hochdeutsch is the standard Deutsch.
It's like
standard German.
The professional German that you learn in school, that you get taught, that you're supposed to speak in business, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But if you go like really deep into like these small towns with people that they have lived there like since I don't know when, they speak Bayern. And sometimes I didn't understand a thing, like a word.
So, Bayern is like Bayern Munich, or like is that
Bayern is
Bayern?
Bavaria.
Okay.
Bayern is Bavaria.
In German.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I remember I had a really good friend. His name was Nico. He when we talked in German, he couldn't speak Hochdeutsch. He spoke Bavarian. So sometimes he would say like, "Kannst du Noan?" How you say like to give me?
Kannst du mir etwas geben?
Yeah, etwas geben, but he say Noan geben. Yeah, so that means like, can you give me one more? But in Hochdeutsch is noch ein, but in Bayern is Noan. You know? So all these little words is like, what did you say? Like, I didn't understand it.
So it was a little bit more difficult to start learning the language because you kind of had to learn like a little bit. I don't know if it's correct to say like slang, but like in a different way that how the language it's approached.
Yeah, we could say like Mexico, they also have their own dialect, you know? If, for example, if you're learning Spanish, and if you know how to speak Spanish, but if you talk with a guy that speaks like full slang in Mexico, you will not understand a word. Yeah. Not even like, I remember I was with my friends and we had like with this Argentinian guy, but he lived in Spain, so we put like some corridos, and they speak like all full slang. He didn't understand a word, like no word at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's you can compare it with slang, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the dialect is because Germany before was not united. It was like these small kingdoms, so everyone had their own like language. But in Mexico, it's just like the street way to use the word.
Yeah, and like for example, maybe people from Merida speak differently and have different kinds of words because also their ancestors had like Mayans and
stuff. Exactly. Also like in Spanish, like we have some like Mayan words, also from Nahuatl, like the original native speaking, and sometimes they combine with the Spanish.
Yeah, you might have to teach me some.
Oh yeah, I can teach you some. I don't know that much, but yeah, maybe something. Sure. Yeah, for example, I remember I had like a friend from Spain that he came here to Tec, and everyone say, "Okay, let's go to the zacate." Zacate. And he didn't understand what was that.
What is it?
Zacate is grass. But in Spanish it's pasto. I didn't know that, but zacate it comes from Nahuatl. That's the like original way to say in Nahuatl.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I didn't know it. Like you just talk, and you thought like you think like everything is Spanish, but not everything is in Spanish.
Yeah, I think you're not aware of that of those words when you're speaking because you have talked like that all your life.
Yeah,
so
all your life.
Your friend, maybe for him that was the German that he knows, but he never like stopped to think that is not the German that everyone like usually learns in school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lo que nos comenta Diego un poco también es sobre él estuvo estudiando en la Universidad de Landshut.
Yeah.
Y que está en Landshut, allá en Alemania, que está en la zona de Bavaria, que viene siendo por donde está Múnich. Y en esta zona dice que le tocó aprender que el alemán que se estudia en la escuela es muy distinto al que ahí hablan. Dicen que, o sea, en cada sección pues termina siendo un poco diferente y que pues los dialectos, ¿no? O sea, que es un poquito como que lo que viene del dialecto que habla ahí. De hecho, comenta que tiene un amigo que con él hablaba pues alemán, él hablaba alemán de Bavaria, entonces era un poquito difícil la conversación a veces porque pues como él estaba aprendiendo alemán, pues que el que te enseñan en la escuela es muy distinto al que se habla, como el español, ¿no? O sea, el español que nosotros hablamos coloquialmente es muy distinto al que se aprende en las clases. Entonces ahorita pues comentaban que estaría padre compartir cómo se habla también el español, porque por ejemplo Diego le decía a Maitreya que también le puede enseñar palabras como zacate, que pues al final yo también de hecho no lo había pensado, pero es una palabra que viene del náhuatl y pues realmente es pasto y ellos aprenden pasto. Entonces son este tipo de cosas que uno no se da cuenta hasta que otra persona de otro lugar que está aprendiendo el idioma te lo hace como entender o saber, porque pues uno habla el español, pero nunca te pones a pensar qué palabras realmente sí son usadas en el español que la gente aprende y que otras cosas a veces vuelve a ser como algo coloquial o muy de nicho de la zona en donde estás. And Diego, what was your experience in Germany? Like, why did you decide actually to go study there? And did you like it? How was it?
So my my main goal was mostly like to speak German because, I like the language. I like the culture. Like, it's very different culture. And also I saw like this. Germany has like this very advanced hub in biomedical engineering. So I was just like, okay, let's try. Yeah. The thing is that I went 1 year because there was no option for 1 semester. So. Yeah,
okay.
so I talked with my parents and they told me like, okay, yeah, maybe it's a little bit more than we expected, but we're gonna like solve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna solve it. So I sell my card. I sold my card, and like that's how I got the exchange in 1 year. And I explore I tried to explore a lot of things. I like a lot of cities in Germany. What I saw is like. Yeah, as you say, like most of them are not like Monterrey. It's like really weird to see like a big mountain, only in the south, only in the south, and I thought they were like really higher, but they were like not that high as like for example Cerro de la Silla. They're mostly like same altitude, but the only difference is like because they are more north, is like they have like more snow. And everything.
Yeah.
So
how did you like the snow in your Munich?
Oh yeah, like I remember when winter started, like everything went gray.
Yeah.
Gray and dark, and the sun was like setting at 3 p.m. So there was like no light for anything. So I understood that like. When I came to Germany, people say like, yo, let's go to the sun. And I was like, no, I don't want to because I come from here. I live here. Here's like 45 degrees sometimes, 40 degrees. Like this week have been like really hot. And when I went there with the winter that they have like no sun at all, I understood why people really like to enjoy the sun and everything. And for me, for example, I really love rain. Like as most of the people from Monterrey, but there in Germany, people don't like rain.
It rains a lot.
Yeah, because it rains a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, here we like it because we had a draw in a moment, so we cherish rain a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, what was I saying?
The snow?
Oh yeah, you asked me about the snow. Yeah, at the beginning it was like this gray. And I think it was because of the global warming, but it didn't snow at all.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was just like this gray, really cold stuff, but no snow. It snowed until February, and it snowed so good, but it lasts like 2 days. And in 2 days later, it went gone. Everything was gone. Yeah, wow. So there was like not a lot of snow, but I remember there was like this 1 week that was extremely cold. We went to Munich with my family.
Yeah.
It was like -11 with like really strong winds. It was, I think, the coldest thing I ever experienced in my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Monterrey we have -2. I think top we have had -5, but that's like super.
Yeah, but that's like extremely
ordinary.
rare.
Yeah, extremely rare. Yeah.
Mm.
But I think also the -5 here, it wouldn't feel like a -11.
Oh no, because there, right? There's like a lot of humidity there. Yeah. Because a lot of like rivers, lakes, and everything. So it feels like way worse.
Yeah, I would say it's the weather, and also I think an important fact is that there's no sun, as much sun that it's here, because maybe over there it gets cold and the sun doesn't come out that much, so it gets colder because the sun is not out there so much. And compared to here, that we have like 8 hours of sun,
Yeah.
or at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not a little bit more, I guess,
Yeah.
but it depends. But we always have like those, like, I would say maybe for us is normal, but as like for maybe you, like you live in Germany, it's not that normal.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot. Like, that was one thing I had to adjust to, because also the apartment that I moved into for the first 3 days didn't have an AC.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, I was fuming for a few days.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I cannot. I don't know how you do it because for example, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. You know,
Ah.
feeling the 40-degree wind is like opening an oven. Like you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But also I remember like the last month when I was there, Bavaria was like 38 degrees.
Yeah.
And Germany is not prepared for that.
Yeah, I have friends that actually have told me that this has been one of the hottest
Yeah,
summers
yeah.
ever.
We,
right?
we actually had the hottest day in Berlin ever recorded.
Ever recorded?
Yeah,
I didn't
this
know
summer.
that. Oh my God.
And I think you're not ready because you don't have ACs like as
No.
we have here.
Everyone just stays inside, buys like electric fans and stuff, and just sits out the heat. Yeah.
Wow. No, because I think even like the houses there are made to keep warm inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they heat up, it stays warm all night. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah, because here in Mexico, the houses had like, it stays warm or cold, but it just stays always like, depending what you have inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Or sometimes it depends the house, but it's
Yeah.
not like that.
Yeah, and also I remember it was funny. Like my friends, my European friends, they asked me, "But you come from like a really hot place. Why are you like dying here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean the houses are meant to keep the hot inside, you know, and they don't have AC." There in my house, I have like AC. I have like a lot of fans. We prepare for it. Here, people are not prepared for that.
Yeah, and the houses I think over there are mostly from wood, right? Or not?
Well, some more like village areas. There you can see like a lot of traditional buildings, but especially in the city where I come from, it's all types of different materials used. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's more like cement, so I think that helps that it's not that. When it gets cold, it gets cold. And
Yeah.
you need to have something, and when it gets hot, it also does. It helps because it doesn't stay that hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's not like in the US. Like in the US, all of the houses are wood.
I was just gonna say we don't have any chopstick houses.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think it's something that we have. I mean, it's a preconception that maybe we have from like the houses that when I think about Germany, I see like these like really cute houses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially in Bavaria, it's like those are like the type of houses. I was in Kempten, and I think that's like when I think about Germany, I have that image
Yeah,
of
fair
those
enough.
houses. But yeah, I think Berlin, it's like a city,
Yeah.
like 100%
Yeah,
city.
it's mostly a city. Yeah.
Bueno, lo que nos comenta Diego es que, o sea, bueno, no sé si lo quieras decir rápidamente, Diego, antes de irnos al corte, lo que nos dijiste en español.
Ah, sí, básicamente lo que dije fue que hablamos del clima, de las extremas diferencias que hay del clima. Que, por ejemplo, yo en Monterrey, pues no me gusta mucho el sol, porque lo tienes todos los días y abres la ventana, está muy caliente, o sea, por lo general te terminas hartando del sol. Lo que le explicaba es que también cuando fui a Alemania, la cultura era muy diferente, había mucha diferencia porque la gente de verdad disfrutaba el sol, le encantaba salir al sol, que le dieran así baños de sol, todo, y yo les decía a mis compañeros que yo no quería. Luego cuando cayó el invierno entendí por qué. El sol se escondía a las 3 de la tarde, era un ambiente normalmente que muy lluvioso, había mucho viento, muy nublado, casi no hubo sol, o sea... Estamos hablando que a las 3 de la tarde ya estaba casi oscuro y tienes el resto del día pero a oscuras. Entonces ahí cuando regresó el verano, cuando vino la primavera, yo ya estaba igual feliz como mis compañeros disfrutando del sol, saliendo a la calle, ahí tomándome un helado o algo, lo que sea.
Sí, como que ya empiezas a darte cuenta de cuánto hace falta el sol cuando no lo tienes tanto como uno está acostumbrado a tenerlo aquí.
Así es, ajá.
Y bueno, nos vamos a un corte comercial. Recuerden que pueden sintonizarnos a través de YouTube buscando Tech Sounds Radio, Global Connection, y regresamos en un momento más.
El desafío, la integración cultural, the challenge.
de vuelta, están escuchando Global Connection. Estamos hablando con dos estudiantes que nos están contando, bueno, tenemos un estudiante que es de Alemania y tenemos un estudiante mexicano que estudió en Alemania y nos están contando sus experiencias de intercambio. Y bueno, continuamos en inglés. Well, now let's talk about your challenges. Let's say, what was a challenge before going abroad or before coming to Mexico, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Me first?
Yeah, whoever
Go
wants to
for
start.
it. Go for it.
Oh, okay. So one of the biggest challenge was like I think the administrative part, like bureaucratic part. You know,
Yeah.
Germany is famous for being one of the most like rigid law or rigid bureaucratic stuff. So everything must come to like with a paper. Everything has to be registered. Everything. So at first it was really hard to me to understand like all these technical words in the contracts, in the rules, in the like most of the time I didn't understand what was I doing, you know, like so. For example, this rule that, for example, if you move into a new house, you need to report it to the local Rathaus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is like
municipality.
yeah, ayuntamiento.
Ah.
So you have to register, and then that's how they gonna like they make you like some question. For example, why you moving? Where do you come from? Do you plan to moving in this time? Even though they ask you your religion, why they do that? Maybe because of the tax, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is additional religion tax in Germany. Yeah.
So if you're like how do you say ateo, like
Atheist.
atheist? Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You're atheist. You don't need to pay that tax.
There's a different type of tax. So, but it's the way that it's being split up and given to the church you belong to.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still pay the tax, but if you are from a religion, they give a certain percent to the church.
Yeah. Basically.
Ah, well.
Yeah. So if it depends. If you're Catholic, they go to the Catholic church. If it goes to Protestant church, and
Ah, wow.
even though they have Orthodox, no?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's also something like I really like from there. Like for example, here in Mexico, I noticed like we live in a bubble in certain way, because for example in Mexico it's like only of course Mexicans, and all the like immigrants they're mostly like Southern Americans. They also speak Spanish, and they mostly have the same culture. Like not of course not the same, but mostly the same. And also we have like northern people, that's Americans. Well, they speak English, but it's not that different compared to the Europe. Like I saw millions of cultures and languages and everything. A lot of religions, a lot of things. So adapting to like these new dynamics in the cultural how you say choque cultural?
Yeah, cultural shock.
Cultural shock or cultural crash. It was like also something hard for me, you know, because sometimes, for example, for me, if I say like if I say something for other people of my culture, they will say like, yeah, okay, but if I say the same thing, it might be different or even like offensive to other cultures,
Yeah.
you know.
You need to be more careful of what you say, so
You need to be really
you don't know
careful
who
and
is,
everything.
like hearing.
Yeah.
And what about you, Maitreya?
So for me, I guess it's always also bureaucratic nature. So there was a lot of not only deadlines, but a lot of forms that weren't so clear. But like also the application of going through, because my university partners with another university in Germany, then partners with Tec. So there are always like 3 parties to everything that have to check in. And at this point, I want to say thank you to Professor Dr. Tine Lehmann and Professor Dr. Klaus Lange from the International Office. These two have been my saving grace, honestly. Like, thank you so much to them, because it was just a lot, and then something got wrong, and there were new people in office who didn't know what was going on. So these two were really my saving grace. Yeah.
So there's a lot of paperwork that always has to be done over there.
Yeah, but I wanna emphasize this, because what I'm currently really liking is that a lot of of that paperwork is at least being done digitally. So it's not like you have to hand it like physical papers anymore. So there is a lot of digitalization going on, but still also a lot of bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I have heard also is that, for example, there's a word in Mexico called mexicanadas. It's like in Mexico we're used to do stuff that might not be on the law, but is not also not bad to do because it's kind of like a loophole.
A loophole. Yeah.
But I think in Germany that's really difficult to do. It's like they wouldn't understand. There's like, it's like this and that's it.
Well, what I felt like, I talked to one of my classmates in Germany about that, and I really loved her opinion on this topic because she's from Scotland. And in Germany, it feels like everyone is like, oh, like there is no rule for it. I don't know. I'm just going to push it to the next person. And then that person also pushes it to the next person because they're not responsible for it. And with her in Scotland, she's like, there is no rule for it. So I'm now going to decide on what happens. And I'm going to care about that. I'm not going to push it forward because I feel like once you push forward, everyone's just going to push, and then nothing's going to get resolved. So I really like the attitude of, hey, there is no rule. Let's see what we can do about this still. Yeah.
Wow. Any other thing that you comes to mind when it comes to like things that were a little bit difficult, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, I do have some. Also, talking about the mexicanadas, I thought like, how can I explain Maitreya, that word, you know? Because what I saw is like, well, in English, I was not that funny, you know? So when I was with my friends, I was like, oh, I thought this good joke about in Spanish, but how do I explain it, you know? Because what I saw is like in Spanish, even in Mexican Spanish, there's like a lot of creativity to make ton of words and ton of funny situations, you know? And what I saw like in the other languages, even though English is quite going there, like all these new words like we saw in the reels and everything, in Instagram. But also, for example, German was very rigid. Like the funny things they show me, they were like, they were funny, but
it's definitely a different sense of humor.
Definitely different sense of humor.
I feel like in Germany, like me and my friends, we just talk and it's funny and we bring up jokes, and when I'm here and I have the same kind of jokes, it just lands completely differently.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's like socially different or more of a language barrier, like maybe some of both.
I think it's the language, more the language, than the situation. I don't know. I
have friends that from other parts of, like they don't speak like their native tongue is not Spanish or English, and they are like, I swear I'm funny in my language.
I say the same. Like I swear, man, I'm so funny, but just like.
But it's
Also at the beginning, like I had the problems with the English, because like before I didn't like talk that much in English. So at the beginning I had like really strong accent in English, and also like really bad words and pronunciation. Sometimes my friends, they make joke of me because of how I spoke English, you know.
Oh, same with me in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think it's like you get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have our accent. It's like a natural thing to have because we're like, that's not our native tongue. And I think even when you speak English as your native tongue, like in Spanish, you're gonna have an accent depending from what part you are from. Like for example, people from Texas are not gonna speak the same as people from New York.
Exactly.
It's like something that happens, but it's also something that you are aware when you're speaking, because you're like, oh my god, am I sounding funny? Or because people then like start like seeing you and they kind of laugh, so you're like aware. But I think it's natural. Like you need to practice.
Yeah, it's practice.
Yeah, practice also makes perfect.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
Okay. So also we have I had some problems trying to practice my German. Like, well, what I saw is just don't get mad at me.
No, I won't.
Okay. So what I saw is like Germans, they are not the most patient people in the world, you know. I think you know that.
It's all right. Yeah. I mean, I'm only used to that kind of I guess longer patience. Yeah. But fair enough. I feel like here's a lot more leeway.
Yeah. Exactly. So when I was trying to speak German with some like these German folks, they, of course, it was so different, the reactions. Some of them they were like yeah, of course, you're going well and everything. But also there were like these like indifferent people. They have no reaction. They just like stare at me, waiting for me to finish my sentence. And I felt so like, I felt so pressed on speaking good German. But yes, and also I also see that when you try to speak German, normally Germans they change to English. So I think because they think it's more efficient, or how you say efficient?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. More efficient that you're trying to speak very slow German.
Yeah, I can totally agree because so my bachelor inside Germany is also completely in English, and we also have a lot of international students. And there's this one friend of mine, he's called Andy, and he's from Australia, and he wanted to practice his German in Berlin, right? And when he goes to a shop or he wants to order something, and like he just speaks German to them, but his accent is prevalent, right?
Of course.
Then the barista immediately just switches to English. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's sad, but still, if you keep like talking in German, they're gonna need to reply in German eventually, I would say, and that's what makes you like. For example, Maitreya, that you're now with Spanish, I think. It would be the same, because if the people know English and they can see it, sometimes I think they do it because maybe they don't want you to have a hard time. I would say that's the perspective in Mexico. Maybe in Germany it's different because they're really efficient with time. We're a little bit more laid back, but I would say always practicing.
Yeah, and also what I have like this Finnish friend. We talk a lot, like a lot of like the German stuff and everything, and he also like teach me some Finnish words.
Yeah.
But he was like not so like happy with it, and I was like confused, like why, man? Like I'm trying to speak your language. Why are you mad at me? And he told me like, in Finland or in all these Nordic countries, people don't like when foreigners talk like their language, and I was completely shocked, because for example, Mexicans, if you hear like a foreigner trying to speak Spanish. You will be like, yo, man, you're doing great, man. Yeah, I will be patient. I will have time, man. Just try to skip. You're going well.
That's interesting. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Maybe also in some like more village parts of Germany, it might be the same.
Maybe, maybe. And also, I also remember, this is not like a difficulty. I think it was more like a challenge. Yeah. Because I was in a Bavarian town. There was like these local people, really local, and they didn't speak English. So when they say like, yo, I don't speak English, I was like, yeah, finally I can practice some German. So we were just like communicating and trying to like get to the point with signs or with words and everything.
I think that's nice because it's a challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
And actually you can start practicing in that way. Yeah, yes. I think in every country you're gonna happen to be in a place that people are not gonna speak English, for example, which is like usually the language that most people speak when it's not their native language. So I think it was nice that you got to experience that, like actually like practicing.
Yeah.
Lo que nos comenta ahorita Diego es que él es algo que le gustó, que tuvo oportunidad de practicar, por ejemplo, alemán allá en Bavaria con personas que no sabían nada de inglés, porque dice que lo que pasa mucho es que como son tan eficientes los alemanes, luego es complicado que ellos quieran hablar el idioma. Entonces el hecho de que pudo estar con personas que no supieran inglés, tuvo la oportunidad de hacerlo, porque dice que pues como son personas que son muy eficientes, quieren que todo funcione rápido, pues ven que el alemán no es tu idioma nativo, entonces automáticamente cambian a inglés. Y yo estoy en Maitreya, que también, o sea, es algo que sí, que lo confirma, que pues es que la gente, o sea, pasa allá. Y luego también decía Diego que es algo que, bueno, si nos quieres dar como tal vez el resumen de lo que estábamos platicando. Digo, pues como Diego sabe español,
claro,
nos puede dar también su perspectiva.
¿Pero de qué?
O sea, como en general, como un resumen rápido de todo lo que hablamos.
Bueno, sí, primero hablamos del tema burocrático, porque Alemania tiene muchos sistemas o muchas reglas, entonces todo tiene que ser de alguna manera registrado, tienes que hacer un proceso, o sea, por ejemplo, si quieres mudarte hay un proceso, son muchos papeles. Si quieres comprar algo, por ejemplo un carro o cosas así, obviamente no cosas chiquitas, cosas un poquito más caras, necesitas hacer un proceso. De hecho, incluso hasta había un impuesto de radio. que era básicamente de esa manera se financian los medios de comunicación en Alemania para evitar cualquier financiamiento político que le convenga más a un lado derecho o izquierdo. Entonces Alemania tiene más libertad para quedar más en medio y ser más neutrales en vez de politizar tanto en los medios. Eso fue una de las complicaciones. Otra complicación, bueno, ya lo mencionó Caro, que el tema que los alemanes, como no les gusta mucho perder el tiempo, son personas muy eficientes. Cuando notan que tratas de hablar alemán y no es tu fuerte, te cambian en inglés. Obviamente, pues uno quiere intentar practicar, quiere intentar, hablar alemán, practicar alemán, porque de esa manera, bueno, yo sentí eso, es cuando aprendes más el idioma. ¿Qué más? También el choque cultural, comparado, por ejemplo, aquí en Monterrey o en México, que vemos, pues obviamente hay diferencia cultural entre regiones mexicanas, pero al final del día todos somos mexicanos, o incluso de países sudamericanos, que hay mucho, que vienen muchos extranjeros a México, por ejemplo, de Venezuela, de Argentina, de República Dominicana. Obviamente tienen una diferencia cultural, pero no es tanta, porque por ejemplo hablamos el mismo idioma, tenemos obviamente la misma herencia cultural española, y lo que yo vi allá en Alemania es que había un choque cultural increíble. Había gente de todos lados del mundo, miles de idiomas que yo no conocía, de culturas e incluso religiones. Por ejemplo, acá en esta parte del mundo, pues tenemos más lo que es normalmente catolicismo y evangelismo, una rama protestante. En cambio, allá en Europa eran más de 4 religiones, que eran el ortodoxo, la iglesia ortodoxa, la católica, la evangélica, o bueno, protestante, y también el tema de los musulmanes, el islam, e incluso también religiones por ejemplo, de África. Yo vi mucho religiones de Asia, el budismo, el taoísmo, muchas religiones, y también un choque cultural muy grande que, bueno, sí te dificultaba en temas de, por ejemplo, de convivencia, porque pues si dices algo, puede que ellos se lo tomen de otra manera.
Y pues bueno, gracias. Sí, creo que fue un resumen muy completo, porque todo lo que mencionaba es algo que estuvimos platicando. Y pues continuamos con la siguiente sección. Están escuchando Global Connection aquí en Tec Sounds Radio.
Impacto positivo. Resultados de una experiencia académica. Positive Impacts.
And well, now the positive impact from your experience. Maybe tell us, like, for example, Maitreya, what have been the things that you have liked the most from your experience so far, and what you're expecting from this exchange?
Yeah, so I've only been here for 3 weeks, right? But in these 3 weeks, I feel like the people always make the experience. And as I said before, I feel like everyone that I've met, not only internationals but also locals, have been so welcoming and forthcoming to invite you to their house, go eat with them, and that's something that I'm not really used to, or like to that kind of extent, right? So that's something that I'm currently really cherishing, and also gets me access to what life is really here like, and that's also what I'm looking forward to get more of the experience here.
Yeah, because I think here in Mexico, people tend to be a little, more warm. And I would say maybe in your experience, Germany, people are not that easy to make friends as is it here.
Oh yeah, like in my experience, well, I met a lot of people, like different ways to make social stuff. What I thought at the beginning, I really was like shocked because I came with the idea like Germans were cold. But when I like talked with people, actually people were nice, like really nice. Yeah, some of them they smile to you, some of them they do a small talk to you. Even more the old people, yeah. But they did in German, so it was something funny. It was something cool. I really like it, and also, it was hard to make friends. But when you make friends, there's like just they're so Mexican, you know, like they behave as Mexican friends. Of course, some cultural differences, not that much, but. Like
they stay with you.
They stay with you. They help you. They say like, yeah, man, you can have this, everything. They help you and everything. So yeah, it's just I say people were nice, even though they had like this fame of cold.
And what positive impact did you take from that experience?
Well, of course, like the hospitality of them. Like they want to help. They are glad that they have like this cultural exchange. I think I really had like a really good time there, because I also had like the chance to travel all across Europe, and I think it was like something I will take with me on my whole life.
Bueno, que nos comentan, ahorita Maitreya nos dice que algo que le ha gustado ahorita, que no tiene tanto tiempo aquí, pero en estas 3 semanas dice que lo que ha pasado mucho es que la gente es muy cálida, que lo invitan a sus casas y que eso es algo que quiere seguir experimentando durante su intercambio. Y Diego nos dice también que eso, aunque pareciera que los alemanes son más fríos, realmente también tuvo esa experiencia de la hospitalidad, que también le gustó mucho, que una vez que son tus amigos te apoyan en lo que necesites. Y bueno, ahora sí que nos vamos a la parte final del programa y ya nos vamos directo. Now we're gonna say about like the conclusion about, I know that you can say a conclusion kind of your exchange, but
okay.
I would say like from your experience, Maitreya, so far and what you're expecting, one word that describes this experience, okay? And also you, Diego, a word that would wrap up your experience.
I'd say for me it's adventure.
Adventure?
Yeah. Feels really like being in a new place, going on a lot of different adventures, being here. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I would say also adventure, but I need to take another word. I think I would say, right now it's a movie. It's like on tendency, like an Odyssey.
An Odyssey.
Yeah.
But an Odyssey is a bad thing, no? I would say.
No, it's what I saw is like an adventure, you know? It was more
a journey.
A journey.
Yeah.
A journey, it was a really good journey.
A journey.
I had like this, how to say, contratiempos?
Laybacks.
Yeah, laybacks, like some...
Layovers.
Of course, I had like layovers, like we're not free of it. There's always something happening, but I think it was like a really cool journey, a really cool adventure.
Well, thank you so much for being part of the show. I don't know if we have like a minute if you want to say hello to any special friend, family member. Now is the moment.
I say hello to my girlfriend who's probably watching. Ich hab dich lieb. Ich seh dich. Ich ruf dich gleich an. Yeah.
You're gonna call her.
I will call her. You understood.
Yeah, of course.
He knows. He knows.
Of course. And also, I want to say like hi to my family. They're probably watching, and I don't know if some friends. They're probably some.
Yeah, maybe they're recording.
Yeah, they're probably recording. They're probably
German friends. You can send them also this.
Oh yeah, some German friends. Who can be? Oh, this Marcus. Hey Marcus, how are you? And also Umut. They're really good friends. Yeah.
Can I say another thing?
Yeah.
Because I got thrown a really cool surprise leaving party. So, danke an alle Leute, die da waren oder die mir einen Brief geschrieben haben zum Mitgehen. Das war so unglaublich wholesome. Ich bin sie immer noch am Durchlesen und ich schreibe euch allen. Vielen Dank.
And well, thank you so much for being here. Muchas gracias por habernos sintonizado en otro programa de Global Connection. Recuerden que pueden sintonizarnos cada miércoles en punto de las 11 para conocer historias de intercambio de alumnos internacionales y alumnos Tec que se van al extranjero o que vienen de intercambio al Tec. And well, how will you say bye in Germany?
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Well, thank you so much, Marcus and Diego, for being part of the show. Y olvídense. We say tschüss.
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 Ciao.
Tschüss.
Ciao.